What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel here for another review. And today I'm reviewing episode 1 of Gods of the Arena, season 1, entitled Past Transgressions. We're gonna talk about this first episode. Like I said, I put a note up on the channel that I was gonna go back and rewatch the whole series of Spartacus. And of course, we're gonna start with Gods of the Arena, which takes place 5 years, I believe, 5 years roughly before the events of Spartacus, Blood and Sand. So let's go ahead and let's get into this episode. So we meet Batiatus right off the jump. He is in the games. Yeah, I believe it's in the games, or maybe not the games. The games are when the arena's up, but you know, some gladiator shit going on. They fighting. And you know, he's complaining to his boy who is his rival in Blood and Sand, Salonius. So like I didn't forget, but it's still, you see it and you're like, oh shit, they was homeboys. And so so it took me, you know, so I had to, whoa, because to be honest with you guys, I haven't watched the series in like 7 years. So it definitely, I took a step back when I saw that. But something the show does good throughout the episode is it puts the breadcrumbs out and shows you why Salonius turns, like, you know, it eventually will happen probably later on, but they're putting the breadcrumbs out there to show Batiatus is not a very good friend. I mean, a lot of people can relate to that you have a person that's maybe in your friend group or was a friend of yours. I hope was a friend of yours, because friend groups and friends should be balanced. But we do know, or we may have known somebody in our circle who it's always all about them, you know, and any kind of criticism or this or that and the other, you're attacking them. It's never balanced. It always appears that you're always doing something for them. But if you need something like, hey man, I'm about to move. I was hoping you could, well, man, you know, I really like to help you, but I really can't because I got, you know what I'm saying? It's always something, but when they need you, you're always around. And that's the relationship between these two. So, and like I said, this episode does a great job of showing us different scenes. See, look at this dude, Batiatus, man. He ain't shit. But this is his story. And in everybody's story, they're the hero in their story. So for the sake of this series, he is the hero. But the show does a great job by some of the characters we meet in this first episode to get you on board with Batiatus, because they establish him immediately. He's an underdog. And we all love an underdog. We all love the come up story. We all love the rise and the rise and fall stories. We always love that rise. So like, we love the rise because we know, you know, he's starting at the bottom, but he's going to get to the top. And so we love those stories. We love them. But the thing about Batiatus that makes him also very relatable is I have a friend or two who they are in their family business. And it's not because they want it to be. It's like an obligation to the family that they have to help run the business. Their aspirations were for something else. And that's the thing about Batiatus, is like he's carrying the weight of his father's legacy. Like his father's alive, but due to health things, he's not in the city. But he's running the Ludus, and he's not as passionate for it. His whole thing is he wants more. He would be happy being a magistrate, a businessman, or a senator of Rome, you know, a politician. But for him, Lanesta is too small for him. He has bigger aspirations and bigger dreams. He's very ambitious, like I said. Now, the problem is he lives in a society where the station you're born in, that's the station where you're going to stay. I mean, this is a society, that has slavery. And so, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's levels to it. And he doesn't want to be in the level where he's at. And so, you know, his whole thing is he's trying to change that. You know, he's nothing like his buddy Salonius, who, like his father, are individuals who preach caution and patience. And Batiatus, he's like, I don't have time for that. You know, I'm trying to make moves out on the street of Capua and get things going. So, you know, one of his first attempts And to change things is, of course, in the games, he only has one guy fighting, and that's on the undercard, and that's Gannicus. The aura farming, swaggering, arrogant gladiator, but who's like I've said before, Gannicus is the most talented of all the gladiators in the series. Like he's that good. It's so natural that he doesn't even take it seriously. He doesn't care or whatever. But anyway, his hopes is Gannicus impresses the magistrate. The magistrate sees that that's his man, and he gets, you know, a spot in the games because they're constructing the arena that we see in Spartacus. It's being constructed right now. But Gannicus makes quick work of his foe, and of course the magistrate shows up afterwards. But like I said, he's very ambitious, and he makes a calculating move, to gain an audience with another important man throughout the city who has the ear of the magistrate, and that's none other than Tullius. So what he does is he purchased one of Tullius' slaves, who is Crixus. And the thing about it is you know, Crixus, we find out later that Crixus actually, he started the altercation with the slave that got him noticed by Batiatus. So you got two men who are not happy with their station in life, and they seize the means to change it. Now, one of them, I mean, it's, you know, one of them, well, I guess you could say both of them. It's going to work out pretty well for both in the short term, I'll say, in the micro sense, but macro, it doesn't go so well for one, you know, one of them. But and something that's very, very important about that is that, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically the guy asks, like, why you want to spend this much money on a shit Gaul? He'll never be anything. He'll never be a gladiator. And, you know, Batiatus, like, you see the look in his eyes? That's a man, you know, with dreams of glory or whatever. And then he talks about, you know, if a man puts his mind to something, I'm paraphrasing, but if a man puts his mind to something, he can seize beyond the heavens. It's one of those where he's saying that about Crixus, but he's talking about himself too, because he feels that, he believes that. And so, you know, he gets Crixus, hoping to gain an audience with Tullius. And at the same time, we're introduced to a new character named Gaia. Gaia is an agent of chaos. You know, she's just coming in to town, and she so happens to bump into Lucretia and Batiatus and Salonius. And right away, Salonius is like, hey man, she's single, you know. Hey man, you put a word in for me. And I will say this. This is one of those few times where Batiatus was a good friend. He's like, no, man, we got to get you somebody, you know, that's a little bit more respectable, because Gaia is for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Straight up and down. She's for the streets. She married an old guy who died. That's why she's there. And now she's coming to stay with them rent free until she finds a new man to sweep her off her feet. You know, Captain Kirk, save a hoe off the street. Because I tell you right now, if this was modern times, Gaia would be a sugar baby. No doubt. She'd be a sugar baby. But I mean, in that world, I mean, she's doing what she has to survive, you know, being a single woman out there, because it is a man's world. You can't do a whole lot. Women don't have a lot of rights. So you got to try to anchor yourself to somebody, you know, and, you know, you got to make some sacrifices, I guess. So, I mean, she, like I said, she's an agent of chaos. You could just tell right away. And, you know, but her and Lucretia are good friends. Of course, they, you know, they playing catch up, this or that and the other, you know, playing this or that and the other, catching up, doing girl talk. Also, we catch up with Enemaeus. At this time, Enemaeus is not the Doctori. Enemaeus is actually on the injury reserve because he, you know, I think the show said it was a couple years ago, but, you know, he got fucked up by the shadow of death, Theocles. And so he's recovering from those injuries. I mean, technically he's still the champion of the house, but since he's been out, you know, Gannicus has been running ruckshaw. Like, basically Gannicus is the house champion in name, you know. I guess you could say Enemaeus is the champion in name only, but in actions it's Gannicus. Gannicus has been out there winning and, you know, doing his thing or whatever. And so there's a point that Anameus, he's trying to, hey, I'm ready. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. I'm ready to put in work. And so there comes a point where they have him, he gets summoned and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, I'm about to go. It's go time. It's fucking go time. Because the reason for that is it works for Batiatus. He does gain a meeting with Tullius, and during that meeting, him and old Vetius, they're going at it. They're going back and forth, and they basically said, let's decide this. Whose man is the best? Who runs the best ludus? Your best man against mine. And so, and of course, words go back and forth. And once again, Batiatus, this hubris of his, he says, man, any of my best man can beat yours blindfolded. And then so basically they go, hey, fuck it, let's do it tomorrow in the streets. And they was just like, Salonius is like, whoa, I don't, the magistrate, is he gonna be cool? I mean, Batiatus is the same way. Is the magistrate, he gonna be cool with this? And Tullus is like, man, it's gonna happen. Bring your best man. And so flash forward, or going back to what I was saying, Anameus gets summoned, and he's like, yeah, coach, I'm fucking ready. Put me in. And no. He's like, I'm sorry, you're mistaken of intent. I was talking about Gannicus. Like, he's gonna put Gannicus in, and you just see the heartbreak in Anameus. And this just goes to show you how honorable and how much of a bro that Anameus is, because he didn't throw no dirt on Gannicus's name. He kept it real. He was like, Gannicus will hold it down. He'll handle business. And he goes back and he lets him go hang with his wife. He's like, hey, go see your wife. And so we meet Anameus's wife. And I remember his wife from the 90s. She was in a couple music videos. I mean, some of you young people might not know what music videos are. There used to be a couple channels on cable. Music television, MTV was one of them. And I used to see her in that Jordan Knight video, Give It to You, when I was in high school. I thought she was cute as hell. I think she was in a Backstreet Boys video as well. But I remember her from that Give It to You video. She was sexy. Still is on that show. She looks good. But she plays Anameus's wife. She is the personal slave to Lucretia. And she's that sage. She has that sage advice, and she's able to temper and get him Anameus out of his mood. But I mean, shit, when she take them clothes off, man, I'd be in a good mood too. So, Anameus lays down with his wife. And so we go. So Gannicus is going down in the town to fight Vetius's man, and they about to get it in. The magistrate's about to get a word, and then that piece of shit Vetius, hey, didn't you say your man could beat my guy blindfolded? Where's your blindfold, huh? And so Batiatus tries to play like, hey man, it was just words. And so they're like, hey man, you boasted about it, give your man the blindfold. And so Gannicus, being just being a Chad, goes, hey, yeah, give me the blindfold. It'd still be easy to beat him. I'll just follow the smell of pig shit. And so he puts the blindfold on, and then boys get active. And Gannicus is holding his own. There's a portion of the fight, and this is just a pro tip for you guys. Gannicus puts on a triangle choke. Now, if you notice in this, he's picking them up off the ground. If you find yourself putting somebody in a triangle choke like that, and they start to lift, disengage immediately. Pete, it's just a TV show. That doesn't happen in real life. Yeah, see, it does happen in real life. So he gets slammed into the ground, and he's taking some wounds. Like it's looking real shaky out there. But Gannicus like I said, the Gannicus fight IQ, his just overall skills, top tier. He's able to, figure out a way, and he's able to ultimately win the fight. Batiatus gains favor from Tullius. The man is feeling on top of the world. Of course, Gannicus is feeling it too. He comes back to the Ludus. He's, he gets all the wine he wants. He shares with his brothers, of course, the ones that wear the mark. That doesn't include Asher, Dagon, and Crixus, of course. And poor Crixus is like, one day. And so, that happens. And of course, I think a day goes by and he finally gets his meeting with Tullius. And so, Tullius, they're talking about the games, and he's asking about payment, and he wants to give the money back, and he's like, no, I don't want the money back. And then of course they talk more money, and it eventually comes down to, long story short, he's like, yo, look, I want to buy your man. And he's like, yo, man, you're not a Lanista. And he's like, hey, I'm a businessman. I have my hands in all kinds of stuff. This butcher shop, and Vettius's. So he's talking about buying Vettius's Ludus. And then of course Vettius's ass comes out, that shit-eating grin. And, he tries to tell him like, hey, I was on to you. You wasn't fooling nobody. We seen you coming a mile away, motherfucker, buying that slave. You trying to gain position. And so, so he's like, my man ain't for sale. And so they proceed to put hands and feet all over my man Batiatus. He's getting stomped out, beat up. He's getting a straight Brooklyn beat down, man. They beating the shit out of him. And Vettius, they're loving it. They're enjoying it. And then to add insult to injury, my man Tullius stands over him. He pisses on that man like he ain't shit. Just pisses on him. And I mean, it's a long ass piss. Pause. But he's pissing on old boy. And, he's lumped up and everything. And then, the episode ends. So, yeah, that's the end of the episode. But, yeah, guys, like, I was tempted to just binge the whole fucking show. It was like I forgot just how good it was, even though you know what's going to happen. That just determines how good a show is, the rewatchability, even though it's been a minute since I watched this one. But it's a great episode, great start. So, that's one episode down. I got 5 more to go. So, I should have the next one out probably in the next day or two, because I actually had the whole week off from work, but I have a surgery. But it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing too serious. Like I'm not gonna be out of commission, but if you want to help me feel good, you can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And keep this channel growing, baby. That's what you can do for me. Like, if you want to be like, oh, P, man, I hope you feel good. No. Just share the video, hit that like button, and get in the comments. That would make me feel so good after having this little minor surgery, to be there to read and respond to your comments, because I put this out here for y'all. I got the surgery, but I said, hey, I got to get some material out to everybody on YouTube, you guys that are subscribed to the channel, those who haven't subscribed yet. So I had all y'all in mind. So, if you want to, like I said, help this get in the algorithm again, you could do that for me though. But seriously, guys, like I always say, if it's for 1 minute, 5 minutes of the whole damn video, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view my content. And if you haven't already, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe, smash the like, and get in the comments. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. Probably Dunkin' Egg coming later tonight. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.